We are live at Marcusen Park in Austin, and it is the Sub-State District 1 American Legion Baseball Tournament at Marcusen Park here in Austin. Beautiful day for a game. A little overcast with the clouds. Keeps the sun off our faces. We didn't have to worry about that anyway. We're under the nice press box with an overhang and the bleacher seats. And it's going to be Albert Lee against Stewartville here today in the consolation bracket. And Albert Lee lost their opening round game Monday to Austin 8-1, while Stewartville was shut out 11-0 at the hands of the Rochester A's. So they both moved into the consolation bracket and now play each other. The winner will play Owatonna tonight at 7 o'clock. So if Albert Lee wins here, we'll have that game for you here at 7 o'clock tonight as well. And a win there would move on to tomorrow afternoon at 4. If they win there, they play tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And then winning that game would put them into the championship bracket against the Rochester Red Hawks and Austin winner. They are the two clear-cut best teams in this tournament, but they would have to beat either one of those teams twice in order to advance to the next round of the state Legion tournament. So it's a long road to hoe, but we're just taking one game at a time, and it'll be Stewartville. Now, these two teams met earlier this season in Albert Lee, and it was a 7-3 Albert Lee win with Blake Olvey hitting a first-inning two-run home run. Trevor Ball went 3 for 3 with 2 RBI. Jack Jellinger had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Stewartville was held to just 3 hits in the game. The first 2 batters reached, and then they didn't get another hit until the 6th. Olvey and Ball combining on that 3-hitter. Thanks to our sports boosters, one and all, for making it possible for us to do this game. Geneva Lumber Company, Thompson Sanitation, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Mapleton Marine, as well as Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, Freeborn County Solid Waste, Becker Auto and RV in Hayward, and T&W Towing, as well as AgriGuardian, with one half of the scoreboard sponsorship, and Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee with the other half. So lots of great folks making it a possibility for us to be here, and hopefully we get 2 games in if Albert Lee can duplicate their success from earlier in the season against this Stewartville team. It's going to be Carter Miller, the junior, pitching for Albert Lee, who, by the way, are the home team, so they'll be in the field first, as they have taken the field for their warm-ups. And Miller's going to be facing Owen Sickink, I guess it is, S-I-K-K-I-N-K, Sickink. He's the center fielder, batting first. Brady Pickett plays left field and bats second. Third is Miles Hedinger. He's the first baseman for Stewartville, the post-164 Generals. Also, Colton Parker will bat cleanup. He is the third baseman. Chase Neubauer plays short and bats fifth. Alex Train will bat sixth, and he's the second baseman. Jack Patton is the pitcher, batting seventh. Walker Bishops bats eighth, and he plays catcher. And Ty Horgan, the right fielder, will bat ninth. Defensively for Albert Lee, you've got Carter Miller pitching to Cody Yokel behind the plate. At third base, Henry Eggum. Jack Jellinger, the shortstop. Cam Davis playing second. Trevor Ball at first, with Trey Hill in left. Brendan Bakken in center. And right fielder Ben Kiters. About ready to go here. Stepping in, right-handed batter, Owen Sickink of the Stewartville post-164 Generals, taking on the Albert Lee post-56 Tigers, coached by Jay Anderson. And we are about ready to get going here as Owen digs in, and Carter Miller ready to go. Lefty Miller delivers. First pitch is a called strike. 1-0 to start things here in Austin at Marcusen Park. And the next pitch is swung on and missed. So an early 0-2 advantage for Mr. Miller on the mound. Plenty of seats left for you if you're in the area, and they've got games all through the weekend, so through Saturday anyway. There's another one here at 7. I know the winner of this one plays at 7. Is there? See if I can find the schedule. That'll be the last game tonight, I believe, and then tomorrow at 4 and 7, as well as at 1 o'clock for the semifinal game between the Red Hawks and Austin. The two powers of this tournament so far, with Austin beating Albert Lee 8-1, and then the Rochester A's 13-6, and the Red Hawks from Rochester taking it out on Byron 13-0, and then they beat Owatonna 7-0. And the winner of this game between Albert Lee and Stewartville plays Owatonna at 7 o'clock tonight. The count now is up to 1-2 to Owen Sickink with Brady Pickett to follow. Another right-handed batter. As the delivery, a little breaking ball misses. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First batter of the ball game here. Afternoon baseball. That's fouled back into the screen. It stays 2-2. So, yeah, Albert Lee, Austin, Byron, Casson, Owatonna, Rochester Century, Rochester JM, Rochester Mayo, Stewartville, and Winona all represented here in this double elimination tournament. Another foul back to the screen. Still 2-2. Umpires wearing fancy white tops, shirts here. Usually they're a little darker, but with the hot weather, I don't blame them. Try and stay as light as possible. Here's the 2-2 again. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Carter Miller to start the game. His first, of course. And there's one away. 1 up, 1 down. Brady Pickett coming up. Right-handed batting left fielder.
The left fielder, number 15, Brady Pickett.
I was looking back. This game, I didn't have a date on when it took place, but it's quite a ways back, huh? What was it? June 21st for the Stewartville Albert Lee game. Probably still in our video arcade. By the way, we do stream our audio and video today of this game on our website, kqprfm.com, as well as our YouTube channel. Search for Power 96 on YouTube, and then also on our Facebook page. Here's another pitch. After he started him out with a strike, he got ball 1 here, 1-1 to the batter, Pickett. Miller working again from the left side. That's bounced to short. Jellinger grabs it. Long throw and a deep shot in the hole there, and not able to get him. As Pickett legs that one out on an infield single. First hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Miles Hettinger.
The first baseman,
he's first baseman.
Number 12, Miles Hettinger.
And so 1 on, 1 out for Hettinger. Hettinger in the last meeting of these guys was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. But of course he was facing Blake Olvey, and he's not even playing today. He's got hockey business to take care of, trying to figure out where he's going to college. It's nice to have choices. The first pitch is out of the zone for Hettinger, so ball 1. That one's low, 2-0. So you got Pickett on first, 1 out, and a 1-1 count or 2-0 count rather to Hettinger. And the pitch, he weakly swings and misses, 2-1. It was an inside pitch, and he just committed himself to it, but then look at he almost changed his mind halfway through that. These teams have very similar uniforms. I know one's a little darker than the other. Well, and he reaches out and kind of bounces that one to third. Eggum has it. He throws it over the ball. It gets out of his glove, and everybody's safe. They're going to go E3 on the throw. It looked to be right there. Just kind of popped out of Ball's glove. So Hettinger allowed to reach on the error, and on to third goes Pickett because of that. So runners at the corner, well, they're going to give him second because it went into or out of play or out of the dugout or something. So they're going to have second and third with 1 out.
The third baseman, number 20, Colton Parker.
Colton Parker. He's a right-handed hitting third baseman. He's got a couple of RBI opportunities here. Just 1 out. He lifts this one. First pitch is just foul, and chasing it down is Ball. Nice play for Trevor, making up for the error on the play before. That makes it 2 down. And a little pop to first. Chase Neubauer is the shortstop. He's up now with 2 down and runners at second and third. As Parker was first pitch swinging, and he just popped a little flare foul on the first base side. Nice hustle from Trevor Ball to get there and make the catch. Here's the first pitch to Neubauer. He laces one to center, and boy, that's going to drop in right in front of center fielder Brennan Bakken, who was charging on it, but Wasn't able to get there. Perfectly placed by Neubauer. But the runners had to hold because of the pop up to shallow center. And now the bases are loaded as they have 2 hits here in the inning. But 2 down for Alex Train.
Oh. The second baseman, number
they
8,
score a run?
Alex Train.
Yeah, they scored.
Oh, they scored on that one. Okay. I see. So they scored, and then on to third goes Hettinger. With Neubauer at first and 2 down. There's a swing and a miss. I have a cement block in my way. It blocks third base. And if I don't lean far enough right, the home plate area too. So I'll try and keep on top of all that. But there's a grounder through the hole at short. Between third and short scores another run. 2-0 now, Stewartville. As Hettinger comes in. And Train gets an RBI single.
The pitcher, number 3, Jack Patton.
Third hit. 2 runs on 3 hits this inning, and now the runners at first and second. Jack Patton, the pitcher, the lefty, batting. Strike 1 called to him. 7th man to bat here in the first for Stewartville, who have started out nicely with a 2-run cushion. Miller, left-handed pitcher, checks the runner at second, and he throws another one in there. Swung and a miss, or swing and a miss by Patton for an 0-2 count. Now Miller just needs to finish him off and get to the dugout and get the bats working here for post 56. It's a 0-2 count, 2-0. First inning, top of the first. And the pitch is fouled, third base side, playable, and Egham gets the catch over there to end the inning, but they get a couple of runs and Strand 2. And it's a 2-0 Stewartville lead as we check the Aggregardian scoreboard. 2-0, and Albert Lee coming to bat. Hey, get your plants healthy. Feed them micronutrients that are actually available to your plants within minutes, not hours or even days like the other guys. Get more information at aggregardian.com or call 507-373-1559. And we'll be back with bottom half of the first coming up. Albert Lee coming to bat, trailing 2-0.
Everyone likes a fun guy. Until that fun guy is growing on their prized tomato. July means hot weather, and hot weather is good for growing everything, including blights, fungus, and all the microorganisms that are competing with you for your fruits, vegetables, and flowers. The Albert Lee Seedhouse Garden Center has remedies for your garden. Bring in a piece of the offending plant, and you'll be on the road to a solution you can live with. Albert Lee Seedhouse Garden Center, located on West Main in Albert Lee. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
How do you want your life to sound? Like this? Or like this? Life is better with a boat. Find the perfect boat to get you away from the noise, because really, life is better with a boat. Find your perfect Crestliner boat with Mercury Motor at Mapleton Marine, also at mapletonmarine.com or on Highway 22 in Mapleton. Life is better with a boat.
Albert Lee coming to bat, trailing 2-0 here in the Legion playoffs, double elimination tournament here in Austin. Lost their first round game to Austin and now find themselves down 2-0 early here. If they lose, they're out. If they win, they move on to play at 7 o'clock tonight against Owatonna. So they got to get the bats moving here, and it'll be Jack Patton pitching for Stewartville. He's a right-hander. He'll face Cody Yokel, the senior catcher, first. Trevor Ball is up second, the first baseman, a senior. Senior Jack Jellinger plays shortstop and bats third. Henry Egham will bat cleanup. He's junior third baseman. Sophomore right fielder Ben Kinders bats fifth. Brendan Bach, the senior center fielder, will bat sixth. Dakota Yankee will DH and bat seventh. Cam Davis, junior second baseman, bats eighth. And Trey Hill, the junior left fielder, ninth. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt, pulls back, and it's a called strike to Cody Yokel for 0-1 count. Carter Miller pitching and not batting here today, the junior. For Albert Lee, as right-hander Patton delivers. Swung on and blasted to left for a base hit for Cody Yokel. Nice job. First hit for the Tigers. And that brings up Trevor Ball, the senior first baseman.
The first baseman, number 15, Trevor Ball.
See if they can get right back in this in the bottom of the first. Good sign with Cody. Usually all year he's been hitting down in the lineup, but boy, he's just been getting good rips at the ball lately, and he's been moved up to the top of the lineup and doing well. First pitch to Trevor is strike one. Jack Jellinger on deck. Runner on, nobody out. Bottom of the first, 2-0 Stewartville. Checks the runner, does Patton. Sets and fires. Bunted, first base side. Ball going to be a nice sacrifice getting Cody out to second. Sack bunt for Trevor Ball. One out, and Cody Yokel at second.
The shortstop, number 7, Jack Jellinger.
Jellinger, the senior shortstop, bats now with an RBI opportunity. Right-handed batter. Steps in against Jack Patton. The only difference between the uniforms might be the color, a little darker for the Stewartville unis, but they also have a white stripe across the front that Alberley does not. Alberley's white is on their shoulders. So, not that it's like football or any other sport. They pretty much stay separate, so it doesn't really matter too much. 1-0 to Jellinger. As Patton checks Yokel at second. They don't seem to be too concerned there. And pitch inside, 2-0. Henry Eggum on deck for the post-56 Tigers, as it's 2-0 now to Jack Jellinger. 3 seniors at the top of the lineup for Jay Anderson. And the pitch. Oh, that is a called strike, 2-1. So far, they've let Cody get his lead out there at second, and if he can get a good jump on a base hit here, he could score easily, and that one is outside and high. So 3-1 now to Jack. Three balls and 1 strike. They say a stray shower is not impossible today with all the heat and humidity, but it might feel good rather than be a detriment. There's a swing and a miss for Jellinger. And that's a full count now. I mean, as long as there's no lightning, I don't think anybody will mind too much. Being in the drought and all. The 3-2 with Yokel leading off second. Patton checks him out and then delivers home. Swing and a miss for Jellinger. First strikeout for Patton. And there are 2 down.
The third baseman, number 9.
And so now Henry Eggum, the junior third baseman, is up to try and knock in a run and cut that lead in half. Henry, right-handed batter, junior. Cody with his lead. Patton checks him and pitches to Eggum with a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Steps off the rubber, does Patton. Now he's ready to go again. Checks Yokel at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So he's got him 0-2 with 2 outs and a runner at second. And here's that pitch inside and high for a ball, 1-2. Defensively, Stewartville playing pretty much straight away, outfield and infield, with Walker Bishop catching Patton, Colton Parker at third, Jason Neubauer at short, Alex Train. This one right back to pitcher Patton. He was on one knee when he made the grab there on a one-hopper, and throws to Miles Hettinger at first to get him. And around the outfield was Brady Pickett, Owen Sickink, and Ty Horgan. But that's the third out, and they don't score. They leave one stranded. And on the Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill scoreboard, it is 2-0 after one in favor of Stewartville. Brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill. They're open every day, and they have, of course, great food specials. Today it's BLT with fries for $6.49. Try and beat that price. Great specials Monday through Friday, under $10. You'll love that. And, of course, breakfast on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 11. And they have sports, of course, all over the place with their multiple TVs. I'm told there's 14. I haven't stopped to count them, but I'll believe that. So we'll go with that. And, of course, all the fun. And the Olympics are coming up, so you can catch all that action over there at Bleachers on South Broadway in Albert Lea. Back with inning number 2 on Power 96.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. And it's so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
2-0 after one. 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors for Stewartville, and no runs, 1 hit and an error for the Albert Lea Tigers as we get to inning number 2, and it's Carter Miller, lefty, pitching to Stewartville's number 8 hitter, Walker Bishop, the catcher. He swings and misses at the first offering, strike 1. Walker Bishop followed by Ty Horgan, the right fielder, and then the top of the order with Owen Sickink. That one is low and in the dirt, so it's 1-1. A ball and a strike from Carter Miller. Here he goes. His delivery is ball 2. 2-1. The 2-1 is on the way, and that is swung on and got a piece of it, but fouled it off. 2-2. Walker Bishop, the catcher. And he did not play in the, well, he did, I guess. He had a walk. He was over 2 with a walk in that earlier game this year. That pops out to first baseman Trevor Ball. 1 up, 1 down.
The right fielder, number 10, Ty Horgan.
Will pop out there. Ty Horgan comes up now. He is the right fielder for Stewartville Post 164 Generals. Number 9 in the order, Carter Miller, now ready to go. Here's his pitch. Swing and a miss by Horgan. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 outside. 1-1. As I mentioned, there's one more game here tonight. The winner of this game plays Owatonna. Actually, there's 2 more games. There's a game at 4. That'll be Byron. Did Byron win in the last game? Or no, it was Winona. Did win in the last. Oh, they won. They beat Winona. Yeah. So yeah, Byron will.
5, and then Byron
Okay. So Byron winning a close one there and taking on the Rochester A's at 4 here following this game. The base hit, and he's going for 2 as it goes into left field, and he gets a stand-up double, does Ty Horgan, the 9-hitter. 4th hit of the game for the Generals. And with nobody out, they have a guy on second with top of the order coming up. Owen Sickink, the center fielder, he struck out his first time.
Number 24, Owen Sickink.
So it's Byron and the Rochester A's at 4, and then the winner of this game will play Owatonna at 7 o'clock tonight. If it is Albert Lee, we will cover that game for you here on Power 96 Sports. First pitch to Sickink is strike 1. Oh, ball 1. Misread the scoreboard. And that one gets away from Yokel a few feet to his left, and on to third goes Horgan. That one was well inside from Miller. So with that wild pitch, you got a guy on third and nobody out already. Ahead 2-0 is Stewartville. And then the next pitch is low. It's 2-0, 3-0 rather. Here's the 3-0. Again, a little on the lower side of the strike zone, but that time he hit it, and it's 3-1. As Sickink was taken all the way. (3-1) from Carter Miller is a strike called. 3-2 as he works his way back into this one with a chance for the big K. Here's the pitch. No, it's low, and he walks him. It's going to put runners at the corners. With no one out.
For Stewartville, number 15, Brady
and
Pickett.
Brady Pickett, the left fielder coming up, he singled last inning and ended up scoring. One down, top of the second, 2-0 Stewartville. Runners at the corners for the Generals, and one out. Check the runners. This one's lifted into left field. And getting out there and getting under it, Trey Hill makes the catch. 2 down. And the run comes across with the tag for Horgan scoring and making it 3-zip.
Now batting number
3-0
Miles
Stewartville
Ettinger.
on a sac fly to left by Pickett for the RBI, and that brings up Miles Ettinger, first baseman. Last time up, he reached on an error and ended up scoring. The runner goes, a one-hopper from Cody gets him. Nice shot there to Cam Davis, who scooped it up and tagged Sickink out for the third out of the inning on an attempted steal. And that holds them to 1 run. But they now have a 3-0 lead on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. Stewartville up with Albert Lee coming to bat. Brought to you by AgriGuardian and Albert Lee. Farmers can increase soil microbiology with AgriGuardian products for soil health and plant health. You can get more information from Casey at AgriGuardian. Call him at 507-373-1559 or go online and read his information for yourself at agriguardian.com. Back with the bottom of the second. Albert Lee tries to catch up here on Power 96 Sports.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you. Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
Back at Marcusen Park in Austin, 3-0 Stewartville early here. Bottom of the second with Albert Lee coming to bat. They are the official home team. They batted 4 in the first inning and stranded Cody Okel at second after a leadoff single from him. They will face Patton here with Ben Kiters, Brennan Bakken, and Dakota Yankee coming up here. So who's the guy from Hayfield? Ethan Fritcher, the pitcher. We followed him to state for a championship that they won. He's committed to pitch for the Minnesota Gophers. So good news for the Gophers and for Fritcher. Quite a talent there. Hopefully has a nice career for Minnesota. This one hits the roof here and is strike one. Kiters, the right-handed batting sophomore, playing right field tonight. Aiming for me or Reggie or scoreboard guy. Just missed us. And that one's low and outside. It's going to even the count at 1. Bottom of the second, 3-0 Stewartville. Albert Lee got to get the bats going here. You lose, you're out on this game, both here in the consolation bracket. That's a foul out of play, first base side. It's going to make it a ball and 2 strikes to Ben Kiters. Brennan Bakken to follow and Dakota Yankee after that. One and 2 as Jack Patton takes his time, gets his footing right, now delivers. And Kiters fouls that one. Just a couple of inches behind him at the plate there for a continuation of the 1-2 count. Ball and 2 strikes. Trying to get something cooking here for the Tigers with the middle of the order. That one is outside. That's a good eye there. Evens the count, 2-2. 3 runs on 4 hits for Stewartville. And Albert Lee with a 1-hit last inning. That was a leadoff single for Cody Yokel. They got to get more of that. Here's the pitch. Oh, he swings through that one and a strikeout. Second one for Patton on the day. And there's one up and 1 down for Brennan Bakken, center fielder, senior, right-handed batter, batting 6th in the lineup tonight. Today, I guess. I'm so used to saying tonight. We usually start at 7:30. Bakken gets set to go here. 1 out, nobody on in the second. Trailing by 3 is Albert Lee. That's outside. As Bakken starts out with a ball and no strikes. And the pitch from Patton is backs off Bakken a little bit, high and tight. So 2-0. Jack Patton, a very deliberate worker from the hill. And that's a strike called. Well, this game I did was the key Northwood-Kensett game, and the key pitcher, Tyson Cota, was so fast working, I think it just threw off the Northwood-Kensett guys. They were not used to that. He'd get the ball. I don't even think he took a signal. He just hurled the next pitch up there and before they were even hardly set. And it just threw them off their game. And they were soundly beaten 11-0 in 4.5 innings. Here it is 2-2, and we have a deliberate worker on the mound. Patton gets his footwork just perfect each pitch. His feet set, and then goes into his routine and throw. That one's fouled back into the seats. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brennan Bakken. Here's the pitch. And he hits it in the air. Into right center. They both converge and trip each other up. The catch is made, though. by center fielder Owen Sickink, but right fielder Ty Horgan is still laying down. Oh, he pops back up. Looks like he tripped Sickink, who made the catch, even after stumbling over his foot. And so there's 2 up and 2 down. On the fly to center, and now Dakota Yankee's up at DH.
Hitter number 5, Dakota Yankee.
Right-handed hitting DH. Comes up with 2 down and nobody on, trailing 3-0. Patton with 2 strikeouts, 1 in each inning so far. Giving up 1 hit. That was to Cody Yokel to start the game. Or start the bottom of the first anyway. That one's inside. And it's 1-0 now to Yankee. Should he reach Cam Davis, due up next. And Patton fires. Swing and a miss. To even the count to Dakota, 1-1. Shakes off one sign, likes the second, and fires. That is fouled right side and out of play. 1-2 to Yankee. Dakota in the 7 spot here for Jay Anderson and the Post 56 Tigers, who need a win to continue the season. And the pitch is swung on and again fouled out of play. It's ball and 2 strikes. One and 2. As Patton nods his approval on the sign, and then another foul ball right into the screen this time. Still 1-2 to Dakota. 2 down here in the second for the Tigers as they trail 3-0. The winner will have 3 or 4 hours to get ready for Owatonna. There's a swing and a miss for Dakota, and that ends the inning. It's going to be the 3rd strikeout for Patton. And we are through 2 complete on the Bleachers scoreboard. And it's 3-0 Stewartville. Brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lea. They're open 11 to 11 weekdays, 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday with the best food around. They get specials every day. They get the BLT with fries for $6.49 today. So you can go down there and get that. Also, of course, all the sports. They do have some Olympic events going on. You can probably catch those, maybe the Twins. And this weekend, of course, golf. And it's the 3M Open, by the way, for the PGA Tour up in the Twin Cities. And NASCAR, of course, this weekend as well. So catch that on all their great big screens at Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill, South Broadway in Albert Lea. And we'll be back with the 3rd inning of play here in Legion playoff action on Power 96 Sports.
Power 96 is looking for a self-motivated, goal-oriented salesperson. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right person. Base salary plus commission, 5 days a week, paid holidays and vacation. Send your resume to dmassman@kqprfm.com. That's DMASSMAN@kqprfm.com. No phone calls, please.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Here we go to the 3rd inning. 3-0 Stewartville, and they have Miles Hedinger, their first baseman, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, up first here in the 3rd. He reached on an error and scored in the 1st inning. And it's a 1-0 count to him as he lifts one to center. Bakken hardly moved and makes the catch out there in regular center field. pop to center for 1 up, 1 down.
Number 20, Colton Parker.
And the third baseman now, Colton Parker, who popped out to the first baseman in the first inning. They got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, did Stewartville. And here's the pitch from Miller, the left-hander. That's a grounder to Jellinger at short. It pops up on him. The transfer from glove to hand was a little sloppy there, and that's going to make Parker reach on the second error of the game, an E6. An error on Trevor Ball was the first one on a throw from Jellinger that popped out of his glove on a throw to first. So another one reaches on error, and there's 1 on and 1 out with Chase Neubauer coming up here. He singled, and RBI single in the first. Knocked in the first run of the ball game. As Carter Miller goes back, climbs the hill. It's 1-0. Delivers. That's fouled back. 1-1 to Neubauer. Lefty Carter Miller. He's got a strikeout and a walk. Struck out the first batter of the ball game, Owen Sickink, and hasn't got a K since. That one kind of dribbles away from Cody Yokel, but no advancement. Didn't go far enough for Parker to take a chance at it. So now 2-1 to Neubauer. The right-handed hitting shortstop. Parker gets his lead. Miller pitches, and that one's put into right field for a base hit. Fielded by Ben Kiders. And now runners at first and second for Alex Train.
For Stewartville, number 8,
and
Alex
he had an
Train.
RBI single his first time up. Runners at first and second, 1 out here in the third inning. Stewartville batting with a 3-0 lead. And Train, a right-handed batter, second baseman, steps in facing Carter Miller, who checks the runners and delivers. And a called strike to start Train with a 0-1 count. Again, Miller checks the runners, then delivers a swing and a miss by Train. He falls behind 0-2. Runners get their leads at second and first. Carter gets the sign, checks the runners, now delivers. That's high. And outside, it's going to be a ball and 2 strikes to Alex Train. RBIs from Train, Neubauer, and in the second inning, Pickett knocked in a run on a sac fly. Tag up situation. That one fouled third base side. Still 1-2 to Train. The Austin Greyhounds use this field. And it looks like it's in great shape. That one is lifted to left and just over the third baseman's head as Agam couldn't quite get out there, and the run comes around to score as the throw was just a little bit up from home, and in to score is Parker, who saw that one all the way and didn't wait around. Now it's first and second on Train's second RBI of the game.
How about number 3, Jack Patton?
Makes it 4-zip. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and Jack Patton up, and he popped out to third base his first time up to end the first. He could end the second, or the third rather, with a double play if he wanted. This one is bouncing around and away from Yokel, and that leads both runners to advance. Neubauer gets the third. Train's at second. Still only 1 out and a run in. And Patton has a count of 1-0. This one is a base hit to right. That's going to score 1. They hold up the second runner. Runners at the corners, and an RBI single for Patton.
Number 11, Walker Bishop.
That is the 7th hit for Stewartville now, as they are starting to pull away a little bit with a 5-0 lead. Walker Bishop, the catcher, popped out to first base his first time up. Here's a ground ball to third. Long throw for Eggum, and it gets by Trevor Ball. The run scores, and on to second goes Bishop. Was a long throw for Eggum. Tough play deep in the hole at third. And so we'll give him an infield hit on that one. And it is a, is it 6-0? 6-0 lead, that's right. We have runners at second and third and one out. And Ty Horgan, 9-hitter. They had a big double last inning and ended up scoring. Not bad from the 9 hole. There's a outside pitch that evens the count at 1. Still just the 1 out here in the third. 2-1 to Horgan. And the pitch, he digs one out, and it goes down the third baseline, foul. 2-2 to Horgan. RBIs this inning from Bishop and Patton and Train as they add to their lead. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 3 here in the third with just 1 out. And that was the leadoff batter, Miles Hettinger, who popped out to center field. Since then, it's been base runner after base runner. This one's lifted to center. Bakken's chasing that one and gets to it. And the runner tags, and the throw is not going to be even close, so it'll be 7-0 as Patton scores.
Now batting number 24, Owen Sicking.
So Bishop stays at second, and on that, I guess you could call that a sac fly. To center, 2 outs, scores the run. And top of the order, Owen Sicking, who has struck out and walked on the day. Oh, that one gets by center fielder Bakken. A 1-run scores, and on his way to third, the throw is going to be up the line and in to third base. On the, is it error center fielder?
Giving him a hit and then calling a 2-base error.
All right, so they officially give him a hit on that one, a base hit. So that, and then error afterwards, allowing him to get all the way around to third. Scores a run as well as Bishop comes in. And now there's a powwow on the mound with an 8-0 score here in the third inning with just the 2 outs, I guess, after that sacrifice fly, 2 down. And we're going to have a change. So we'll come back and give you the particulars. I think Jellinger's coming in to pitch here on Power 96 Sports, 8-0 Stewartville.
Everyone likes a fun guy. Until that fungi is growing on their prized tomato, July means hot weather, and hot weather is good for growing everything, including blights, fungus, and all the microorganisms that are competing with you for your fruits, vegetables, and flowers. The Albert Lee Seedhouse Garden Center has remedies for your garden. Bring in a piece of the offending plant, and you'll be on the road to a solution you can live with. Albert Lee Seedhouse Garden Center, located on West Main in Albert Lee. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
So Jellinger comes in, takes over on the mound for Carter Miller as Everly has fallen behind 8-0 here in the third. And they have batted 8 so far. Brady Pickett coming up to bat here, and he will be the one that bats them around. As we have 2 outs and a runner at third after that single and RBI from Sickink. And he camped himself at third after he got away in center field from Bakken.
Stewartville number 15, Brady Pickett.
So Pickett comes up. He had a single and scored in the first, and then a sacrifice RBI in the second. As the pitch to him is a strike called. And Jellinger, right-hander, taking over here for Albert Lee. Tall right-hander, strike 2, a swing and a miss. And Jack says, you know what, maybe I'll just take care of it myself and we'll get out of this inning and get the bats going here. Here's the 0-2. Ooh, that is a ball. 1-2. Got a runner at third now with 2 outs. And 5 runs in here in the third. Jellinger delivers, and that one is on the ground. Shortstop grabs and gets it over the ball in time for the out. And that's the end of that inning. As they score 5 times and leave 1 stranded. On a 6-3 put out there, the out is made, and we'll check the AgriGuardian scoreboard. It's 8-0 Stewartville over Albert Lee. Brought to you by AgriGuardian. If you have crops that are stressed, farmers, AgriGuardian products can give them the shot in the arm they need to reach their full potential. Get more information at agriguardian.com or call 507-373-1559 and talk to Casey at AgriGuardian. Also, thanks to all of our other great sponsors, including, but not limited to, Geneva Lumber Company, Mapleton Marine, Thompson Sanitation, Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, as well as Freeborn County Solid Waste, Northbridge Mall, T&W Towing, Derek's Preferred Auto, and Becker Auto and RV in Hayward. Can't do it without all you guys, and we do appreciate that help. As we move to the bottom of the third, Albert Lee has their work cut out for them now. Down 8-0 here. A loss, and they are done in the double elimination tournament, having lost to Austin 8-1 on Monday. If they can come back and win, they'll have to play again at 7 tonight against Owatonna. Albert Lee coming in as the 6th seed. Owatonna's 4 seed. Stewartville the 7 seed. That's why Albert Lee's the home team here. They're just 1 spot ahead of them, seed-wise. But they have not been through the order just yet. This is the 8-hitter, Cam Davis, leading off the third for Albert Lee. He'll be followed by Trey Hill. And then the top of the order, Cody Yokel. Against right-hander Jack Patton, who is in his 3rd inning of work. He's got 3 strikeouts on the day. And he delivers. And a foul for Davis starts him out with a strike. Strike 1 to Cam. As Patton, again, slow, deliberate worker. And he gets a pitch high for ball and a strike. As a batter, I wouldn't even step in right away, because it's going to be a long wait. You got to stand poised with your bat waving and wait for Patton. I'd just wait for him a little bit and step in the middle of his little routine. Here's the pitch. And that is a strike called. 1-2 to Cam Davis, the junior second baseman. One and two, he leads off the third here for post 56 Tigers. That is outside. It's going to even the count at 2. Little peak of sunshine here for the fans. And the pitch. Ooh, he thought about it, but let it go, and it's 3-2. Good eye for Cam. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Games all day here. There was a game before this. There's a game, 2 games after this one. Here at Marcusen Park in Austin. The end of the parade route. That's where I always remember that it is, off Main Street there. This one is a flare to right that's going to fall in safely. And a base hit for Cam. That's the second hit for Albert Lee in the game. On first base, right field, and second base chasing out there. He put it perfectly right between them all, and it dropped in a few feet from the line there. Trey Hill is the left fielder. He's up now, junior, right-handed batter. With 1 on, nobody out here in the third, trailing 8-0. As Davis gets his lead, Patton checks him and goes to first. Back easily, Davis. Defensively playing straight away, although the third baseman's up on the grass. First baseman holding Davis on, but everybody else pretty traditional. Throw over again. Back safely is Davis. Still have not thrown a pitch to Hill. One on, nobody out. Bottom of the third of an 8-0 Stewartville lead here in Legion playoffs. And they throw again to first. And back safely is Davis. They seem to think they have Cam fooled or something, but I think it's the other way around. He's fine. He checks him again. And finally a pitch to Trey, and that's a strike called. Strike 1 to Trey Hill, junior left fielder. And the pitch is hit to left in the air. And coming in to make the catch is Brady Pickett. And they throw it over to first, and Cam gets back as he was quite a ways off the bag, but gets back safely. On a fly to left, 1 down now.
Number 20,
Cody Yokel, the top of the order. And Power 96 is 96.1, KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. Streaming our audio, too, at kqprfm.com, as well as on our Facebook site and our YouTube channel. Do a little search for Power 96 there and find us. Video and audio. As Patton taking his time, checks the runner again at first. And the pitch is inside to Yokel, ball 1. 1 down and 1 on here in the third. Patton pitches. And it's lifted to shallow. That's actually a second baseman going out to get that one right at the edge of the dirt. And he catches that one for 2 outs. A little pop up to second. 2 down, and Davis on first now. Trevor Ball comes to bat. He's the senior first baseman who had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Trevor in his senior season. Could be their last game. No, trailing 8-0. They got a long hill to climb. It's got to start right now. That one's outside to Trevor, ball 1. Davis still at first. They threw over to first 3 times before they even pitched to the next guy, Trey Hill. He's out now, and now with Ball, it's a 1-0 count. And that one is fouled back over the screen and into the stands, 1-1. I was always taught pitchers should work a little faster because it keeps your teammates involved in the game. If you go too slow, they start getting bored out there and they're not paying attention all the time. But every pitcher has their way of doing things. If he feels comfortable with this long pause between pitches, I guess you got to let him do that. Here's the pitch. And it hits the corner, according to the ump, for a 1-2 count. Ball and 2 strikes, runner on first, 2 down here in the bottom of the third for Albert Lee. Trailing 8-zip. Here's the pitch. That gets away, and scampering down to second is Davis. Glad to get off first, I'm sure. He started the inning with a single, only the second hit for Albert Lee. Trevor now with a 2-2 count with 2 outs. See if he can get Albert Lee on the board anyway with a base hit here. As Patton checks the runner at second, and this one is laced to the left, and it's fair. And around third and scoring the first run for Albert Lee is Cameron Davis. It's 8-1. Base hit for Trevor, the third hit for the Tigers. He gets the RBI. And now Jellinger with a runner at first and 2 down. He struck out his first time up. One of 3 Patton strikeouts. Stewartville coming off an 11-0 loss to the Rochester A's Monday. The A's were the 2 seed, as Stewartville the 7 seed. It's 0-1 now to Jellinger. As Ball gets his lead off first. Patton looks at him and now sets and delivers. And that is hit in the air to the gap, right center. Looks like a right fielder calls it and makes the catch out there, Ty Horgan, for the third out. They do get a run, but they leave one stranded there. And after 3 complete on the Bleachers scoreboard, it's 8-1, Stewartville. And brought to you by Bleachers, open every day with great food all week long. Now, weekdays starting at 11, they have a food special that goes all day long, and it's BLT with fries today for $6.49 at Bleachers. And that sounds delish. Plus, they do have lots of other great menu items, too, that you can have. Don't be shy. Step up and get those. Also on Saturday and Sunday, it's breakfast from 8 to 11, so get the family over there for a really great, delicious breakfast. You will not be sorry. And, of course, with the Olympics going on, NASCAR this weekend, PGA and LPGA Tours, lots of sports action on their 14 big screens. At Bleachers on South Broadway in Albert Lee, call 507-473-2028 to get a hold of them.
Have you been having problems with your dishwasher, stove, washer, or dryer? Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service. With over 30 years experience, Orrin does repairs for all major household appliances and commercial cooking products, including fryers and grills. On the Spot Appliance Service is warranty authorized for most major brands and is a local LG appliance servicer. Don't let your wannabe handyman fix a problem and make it worse. Call Orrin Mortensen with On the Spot Appliance Service anytime at 256-8099. Power 96 is looking for a self-motivated, goal-oriented salesperson. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right person. Base salary plus commission, 5 days a week, paid holidays and vacation. Send your resume to dmassman@kqprfm.com. That's DMASSMAN at kqprfm.com. No phone calls, please.
Top of the 4th, and it's 8-1 Stewartville. Scheduled for 7 here, of course. Unless there's a 10-run rule in the 5th, that will come into play. But so far, not a factor. But it's Miles Hettinger again leading off. He led off last inning. Actually led off with a pop out to center field. And then the scoring onslaught was on. They scored 5 after that out before the second out was made and batted around. So Hettinger with a 2-0 count. 3 3-0 from Jack Jellinger, who has taken over on the hill here, his second inning work in replacing Carter Miller. And a walk. 4-pitch walk to lead off the fourth. Brings up Colton Parker, who popped out to first and reached on an error and then scored in the third.
Number 20, Colton Parker.
Jellinger, much quicker worker on the mound than Patton. As he gets the pitch going, and it's going to be low for a ball. 1-0 to Parker. Newbauer on deck. Here's Jellinger's pitch, and that is going to be a called strike. 1-1. A ball and a strike. Parker, right-handed batter, swings and misses and falls behind a ball and 2 strikes. Jellinger, ready to go. Checks the runner and delivers home. That's fouled back at the screen. Still 1-2 for Parker. Everybody in the lineup for Stewartville has scored except leadoff batter Owen Sickink in their 8-1 lead here. And a K is registered, a strikeout looking there for Parker. So a walk followed by a strikeout. That's Jellinger's first K. Second strikeout for Albert Lee pitching. And Chase Newbauer is up. He's the shortstop. He singled, RBI single in the first. And then he scored, actually, in the third inning. Yeah, he had a single there and scored in the third. It's a 1-0 count to him, and now a second pitch. They throw to first. Sweeping tag by Ball, just misses as Hettinger gets back in. And for Newbauer, a 1-1 count. So he's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored is Chase. And they're chasing Trevor, or rather Miles Hettinger over there. It's the second throw over. One from catcher Yokel, this time from Jellinger. As Hettinger gets his lead again. And they throw back over there again. Well, they figure if they were doing it to Cam Davis, they can do it to Hettinger. 1 out and 1 on. It's a 1-1 count to Newbauer. Here's the pitch. Bends him backwards, and it's 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. As Jellinger checks Hettinger at first, and inside pitch leaves it 3-1 to Newbauer. Jellinger off with the hat, runs a hand through the hair. 3-1, he's behind here to Newbauer. They have not solved Chase as he hits one up the middle. Nice grab by Jellinger. He turns and fires to second for the 1 out, and over to first in the double play. That's a 1-6-3 double play to end the inning, and they don't leave anybody stranded there. So a nice job for Jack, who gets it to shortstop. I think that's Carter Miller at short now. I think they just switched places. And on to first to Trevor Ball for the 3rd out. And after 3.5 now on the AgriGuardian scoreboard, 8-1, Stewartville leading with Albert Lee coming to bat. Brought to you by AgriGuardian and Albert Lee. And farmers, you can increase soil microbiology with AgriGuardian products. That's gets you soil health and plant health. Get more information at agriguardian.com or call 507-373-1559. Talk to Casey at AgriGuardian. And if you tell them Jay Paul sent you, you'll get 10% off your first purchase. Can't beat that. Back with Albert Lee's at-bats here in the fourth on Power 96 Sports.
It's been a hot, dry summer in southern Minnesota. If you could use a little refreshment, stop by the Seed House Garden Center, where July is all about Thirsty Thursdays. Stop by each Thursday and find a solo cup hidden in the store to win a mini soda. Mini soda winners get entered to win great prizes from local businesses. Check out our Facebook or Instagram for more information. Albert Lea Seed House Garden Center, located on West Main and Albert Lea. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
We are Marcusen Park in Austin, awaiting the bottom of the fourth, and Albert Lee's got to get the bats rolling sooner or later. They did get a run last inning, but one at a time isn't going to do it. They've got to shut down the Stewartville Generals and get some runs in bunches, some crooked numbers up there. Otherwise, it's going to be going home time for Albert Lea before too long. They're in the fourth here and scheduled for 7. And leading off is going to be Henry Yeagam, the third baseman, who hit back to the pitcher his first time up on a 1-3 putout. The measure I have, it's first pitch is strike called. It's 82 degrees, it says here, 64% humidity. Feels hotter, and it is. It feels like 87, so I was right. I looked at 82 and I thought, it seems a little low. It's pretty muggy here. Strike 2 is called, and it's 0-2 now to Yeagam as he leads off the bottom of the fourth. Patton pitches, fouled back, still 0-2. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 5 in the third. They did shut him out in the fourth inning, did the Albert Lea D. And the Tigers scoring one of their own in the bottom of the third. But still, 8-1, Stewartville here. Leadoff batter Henry Yeagam here in the bottom of the fourth for Albert Lea, trying to get things rolling. And that one's outside. Ball and 2 strikes. After Yeagam, it's Ben Kiders and then Brennan Bakken due up. Here's the pitch. That's low. Ball 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to leadoff batter Henry Yeagam, leading off the fourth. He's a cleanup spot in the order for Coach Jay Anderson, and he kind of swings at a low pitch and sends it to short, but the throw gets away. He thought about going to second on that overthrow, but then scampers back to first. So Kiders is on, or rather Yeagam is on for Kiders. And the E5 is put on the scoreboard for that throw from third.
Now batting number 18, Ben Kiders.
Their first error. Stewartville now. Kiders, the 10th grader, right fielder. As he struck out his first time up. Right-handed batter with Yeagam on first and nobody out. And he rips one to right, base hit, or left rather, base hit for him as it's cleanly over the third baseman. And now up to 4 hits for the Tigers as they have runners at first and second and nobody out. Something cooking here for Brennan Bakken, the senior center fielder, flew out to center his first time up. String together some hits here and get back in the game. I'm not saying you got to get all the runs right now, but a 3 spot or something like that would be nice. And he being Patton, does a little dipsy-do and holds on to the ball. Looked like he was going to try and go to second to pick off Yeagam, but he did not go anywhere. Yeagam at second, Kiders at first. Bakken at the plate, lifts one to right. And a long run. Was that fair? No, foul ball. It was real close to the line there. Hard to tell way out there down the first base line. But long run there for Ty Horgan, but he didn't catch up to it. It fell in, but foul. 0-1 to senior Brandon Bakken. Runners get their leads. Patton checks them out and delivers. And also lifted, this time to shallow center, just outside the infield, and the shortstop makes the catch. That's Chase Newbar, and there's one down on a pop to short. So the runners hold second and first, and there's one away for Dakota Yonke, the DH, who struck out his first time up. Oh, we got a pinch hitter, Mike Olson. The ninth grader Mike Olson comes up for Yonke. Olson, a wrestler by trade. I know his folks, he's quite the wrestler. Olson kids, very athletic. And the first pitch to him is strike one called. Olson, a right-handed batter. He played a little bit of right field in a game recently. Here's the pitch to him. He squares the bunt, but then pulls back. It's 1-1. There's one down here. Olson batting with a 1-1 count. Runners at first and second. Bottom of the fourth. And they're down 8-1. That one way inside, and it's going to be 2-1. Cam Davis on deck. Here it is. It's a 2-1 count to Olson. And the pitch. And a called strike. Evens the count at 2. 1 down, 2 on. Patton checking the runners. Delivers to Olson. That is bunted bravely with 2 strikes when he gets it right back to the pitcher. Nicely placed and moves both runners. So Kiters goes to second and Eggham's on to third on a sac bunt with 2 strikes by Mike Olson for the second out.
Number 3,
and Cam Davis, who singled his last time up and ended up scoring the only run for Alberley so far. That was last inning. He comes up with 2 down and runners at second and third. Patton taking his time, now delivers. First pitch is on that outside corner, strike 1. Jack Patton, right-hander for Stewartville. Got a 1-strike count now to Davis, who fouls one first base side out of play. It's 0-2 now. Cam. Got something cooking. It can't have it out here. There's 2 RBI opportunity here for Davis, who's 1-1, 1 for 1 in the game. Singling in his last at bat. And the pitch. Ball and 2 strikes. That was just missed. Boy, it's tough as a batter to take some pitch that close, but it worked in his favor with the ball there. Here's the pitch. And he hits one first base side out of play. And we'll do 1 and 2 again. Ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of 4. 8-1 Stewartville. Cam Davis of Albert Lee facing Jack Patton of the Stewartville Generals. This one is high in the air to left. Chasing it and getting underneath and making the grab is Brady Pickett for the third out. A fly to left ends the fourth. And it's still 8-1 on the Bleachers scoreboard in favor of Stewartville. It's brought to you by Bleachers with BLT and fries, just $6.49 all day today, the food special. They have one of those each weekday, so check that out. Or you can have anything else off the menu as well. And you can take it with you if you want. Call ahead of time, 507-473-2028, and have it ready to go by the time you get there if you have a quick break that you got to take. Otherwise, stay there and have some fun. TVs all over the place with all kinds of sporting activities going on those. Of course, you got pool and darts and that whole 9 yards as well. On South Broadway in Albert Lee, it's Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill.
Are you paying too much for garbage collection? Call Thompson Sanitation today at 256-4370. You'll learn why to make the switch. Thompson Sanitation is locally owned, keeping your money in our local community. They offer garbage disposal and roll-off service with competitive prices and the best service around, too. Minutes so easy to change. Start your service today. No BS with TS. Call 256-4370 to get the best service at the best prices in the area. Thompson Sanitation. Be loyal. Shop local.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
First pitch of the fifth inning is strike one to Alex Train from Jack Jellinger. And it's 8-1 here, Stewartville. With Albert Lee running out of time, going to have to play big-time defense here. Strike is called. It's quickly 0-2 to Alex Train, who has an RBI single in the first and an RBI single in the third, and he scored a run in the third as well. That one's outside of the ball. 1-2. Train in the sixth hole for Stewartville has accounted for 3 of their 8 runs. That's inside, 2-2. Carter Miller started for Albert Lee, had a strikeout and a walk. He was relieved by Jellinger, who's got 1 strikeout, no walks. I checked that 1 walk. As the count now is 2-2 to Train, with Jack Patton on deck and Walker Bishop due up third this inning. Jellinger delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 1 up, 1 down. Second K for Jellinger. And that brings up Jack Patton, who has popped out to third, and he had the RBI single in the third and scored a run. Seemed like everybody had an RBI single and scored a run in the third for Stewartville. Well, 4 of them did. They scored 5. That one's outside to the lefty, Patton, and it's 1-0. And that one, you got a piece of that one, but strike 1 to, it's a 1-1 count. Streaming our audio and video too, KQPRFM.com, as well as on Facebook and YouTube. That one, liner caught by shortstop Miller. And there's 2 up and 2 down here in the fifth for Stewartville. And the liner to short. Walker Bishop, the catcher, up now. He popped out to first base, and then he had an RBI single and scored in the third, along with everybody else. Here's the pitch from Jellinger. Ooh, it hit him. Hit him in the back. It's kind of behind him there. And a hit by pitch sends Bishop to first. So they got a base runner with 2 down, and now Ty Horgan, the 9-hitter, is up. Horgan on the day, he doubled and scored in the second. Then he had an RBI sac fly in the third. And now he lifts one to center, and Bakken's got to hit on his horse and go. It's going way over his head. It's going to roll to the fence. And on his way to third is Horgan. RBI single, and he's going around third to home, and the throw is there, but he's safe. And inside the Parker for the 9-hitter, Ty Horgan, who has been a one-man wrecking crew. 2-run inside the park. He just never stopped running. And Bishop scores in front of him to make it a 10-1 game here in the 5th. And Jay Anderson arguing the call at home. But to no avail, just letting his feelings be known. They're going to be at the top of the order. Owen Sickink coming up next. You know, Horgan with a double and a run scored, an RBI sac fly, and now a 2-run inside the park home run. He's accounted for 4 of the runs here, of the 10 runs. And he's the 9-hitter. Should move him up in the order a little bit. Top of the order, and Sickink, who is batting left. A lefty here, and he struck out, walked, and singled. Had an RBI single in that 3rd inning. Actually, no, and then he was allowed to move around the bases on an error to the center fielder. It's 1-2 with 2 down. As Jellinger tries to work his way out of this one. And Albert Lee falls farther behind. This is a guy shot to center. And it's going to drop between shortstop and center field as the throw comes in over second. And sliding in with a double, Sickink. Another scoring opportunity there with a runner at second and 2 outs. Now Brady Pickett coming up. He had a single and a run scored in the 1st. Sac fly RBI in the 2nd, and he grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd inning. Took the 4th inning off from batting. He was all tuckered out from the first 3 innings. Now he's back. At the pitch, he fouls one back, strike 1. Sickink in second, 2 down. Got the first 2 batters, and ever since then has been trouble. A hit by pitch, a 2-run inside the park job, and then a double from Sickink. And that's a swing and a miss and an outside pitch. And he drops to 0-2, Pickett. A lot of crooked numbers up there for Stewartville with 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 5 in the 3rd, and 2 here in the 5th. And that one is a ball 1-2 to Brady Pickett. Should he reach, Miles Hettinger would be next. And a swing and a miss, and he will not reach. Has 2 strikeouts this inning for Jellinger, and that's 3 in the game for him. But they score a couple more and make it a 10-1 lead here after 4.5 on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. Brought to you by AgriGuardian. If your crops are stressed, AgriGuardian products can give them the shot in the arm or the leaf that they need to reach their full potential. To get more information, AgriGuardian.com, or call Casey. He's a local farmer himself, and he's tried these products on his own fields and gotten some great yields. I'd like you to do the same. 507-373-1559 to talk to Casey at AgriGuardian. Albert Lee has 3 more chances at bat to try and make up their 9-run deficit as we go to the bottom of the 5th on Power 96 Sports.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate, or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you. Power 96 is looking for a self-motivated, goal-oriented salesperson. Experience is a plus, but we'll train the right person. Base salary plus commission, 5 days a week, paid holidays and vacation. Send your resume to dmassman@kqprfm.com. That's DMASSMAN@kqprfm.com. No phone calls, please.
Not going Albert Lee's way here in the tournament. They lost to Austin Monday 8-1, and now down 10-1 to Stewartville, even though they're the 6th seed and Stewartville the 7th. But they are trailing heading into the bottom of the 5th here. And Albert Lee will bring Trey Hill to the plate first, as Jack Patton still on the hill for the Generals, and he's got one inside for a ball. Hill only been up once. He flew out to left. As they complete the trip through the order twice now with Hills at bat, he flies one back to the screen, 1-1. 1 run on 4 hits and 3 errors for Albert Lee. 10 runs, 10 hits, and an error on Stewartville, including an inside the park job last inning. I've seen 2 of those now in the last 2 games. There was one in the Northwood Kansas game from Charles City there in that subsection or sub-state game that they played. Now it's 2-1 to Trey. The 9-hitter will be Cody Yokel and Trevor Baldew up next. 3-1. Well, the strength of the 9-hitters today. Stewartville was doing a mite better, but see if Trey can get on here. He does with a 5-pitch walk. First base on balls from Patton on the day. He's had pretty good control. Cody Yokel coming up. He started the game bottom of the 1st for Albert Lee with a single. And then he popped out to second. It's 1 for 2. Runner at first, nobody out. Trailing 10-1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Problems start when you say something when you don't think the mic's on.
There's a game here at 4. That'll be Byron and Rochester A's. The winner of this game plays Owatonna at 7 tonight here from Marcusen Park. And then tomorrow, a couple of games, 3 possible, before things wrap up on Saturday, with the consolation winner having to win 2 from the winner's bracket winner. Count now is even at 1. Cody, right-handed batting senior catcher. He's been moved up to the leadoff spot, and he's been doing all right. He's also got a rocket arm to second. He's a good catcher. And that one is on the corner inside. Cody just drops his bat. And I don't know if he mishandled it there or just misbelief. It's a ball and 2 strikes. As Patton continues the slow pace here, he looks over the runner at first. Hill, and now delivers outside to Yokel, 2-2. Albert Lee can surely get back into this. I mean, they have 9 outs left. They're not out of it. They start scoring some runs and play good defense, they can get right back into this thing. But it's got to start now. As Patton steps off and chases Hill back to first without a throw. 2-2 to Yokel. Nobody out. Runner on first. Down by 9. And Patton with the pitch. That's outside and gets away. And Hill takes off and grabs second base. And now a runner in scoring position for Yokel with a 3-2 count. RBI opportunity for Cody. See you rip one out there for a base hit. Cody, let's go. 3-2. As Patton now will shift his gaze to second base. And Trey Hill taking his lead there. Here's the pitch. And Yokel fouls one back onto the roof here. Still 3-2. Legion baseball action here at Marcusen Park. Come on out, take in a few games. Still 2 to go here tonight. And, oh, you got a piece of that one hit it into the fence behind home to stay alive at 3-2. Trey Hill at second, nobody out. And Cody Yokel with a 3-2 count. Trying to start the Tigers back on their way back into this game, trailing 10-1. There's the pitch. Right up the middle, and no, the backhand not successful by Stewartville second baseman Alex Train, and he'll be on. That's an inside or infield hit for Cody. That'll be the 5th hit for Albert Lee, and 2nd for Cody Yokel, as it's now runners at the corners. Trey Hill getting to 3rd on that. Still nobody out, and Trevor Ball comes up. He had a sacrifice bunt in the 1st and an RBI single in the 3rd. You can get another one here. Runners at the corners. Actually, let's homer, Trevor. What do you say? It's quite a poke out of here. 387 to center field. Or is that 397? Yeah, 397. 344 to right. Down the line, it's 326 and right, and left about the same, 326. So it's not an easy feat. There goes the runner to second. That's lifted infield. Pop-up pitcher calling for it. Makes the catch. Patton. That'll be the 1st out.
There's been 4 out-of-the-park home runs so far this tournament.
Okay. Scoreboard guy telling us 4 home runs. Of course, there was the inside the parker here just now. So 5 total home runs, but 4 of them out of the park here during this tournament.
Jack Jellinger.
Jellinger up now with 1 out. Still runners at the corners. Jack struck out and was an out in the 3rd inning as well. He made the 3rd out. I did not register how, but I did put a number 3 and circle it, so we know he was out. Here's the pitch. So he's 0-2 and he's due. That's ball 1. Runners at 1st and 3rd, 1 down, trailing by 9. They got to get it going here. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and the runner goes safely down, easily beating the throw down there, but an inside pitch makes it 2-0. And now at 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. A 2 RBI opportunity for Jack. Jack to Jack. Patton to Jellinger, and here's the pitch. And it was fouled into the screen. And it's 2-1 with 1 down. Hill on 3rd, Yokel on 2nd. And the 2-1 pitch to Jack Jellinger from Jack Patton is on the way. And a strike is called to make it a 2-2 count. Two and 2 here. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out for Albert Lee. Patton rocks and fires, and Jellinger fouls it back into the screen again. Stays 2 and 2. Hill gets his lead at 3rd. Yokel his lead at 2nd. Jellinger with a 2-2 count. Patton ready to deliver, and he does. And it's on the corner on the outside. And the umpire rings up Jack. 2nd K for him today. And that's the 4th strikeout for Patton. And there's 2 outs for Henry Eggum, who bounced back to the pitcher and then reached on an error. Junior 3rd baseman Henry Eggum. He's got an opportunity to knock in a couple here with a base hit. And the pitch is outside. Nice grab there by Bishop, the catcher, to save a run. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Again, outside. It's 2-0. Four strikeouts and a walk for Patton, the Stewartville pitcher, as the righty now delivers. And that's fouled back up to the roof. 2-1. That would wake you up from a nap. 2-1 to Henry Eggum. And the pitch on the ground towards second. Almost handcuffed the second baseman, but he gets it over to first in time for the third out. And they don't score, so they stay down 9
No Stewartville errors, 2 men left on base.
on that 4-3 putout to end the inning. And we're through 5 complete on the Bleacher scoreboard. It's 10-1 in favor of Stewartville. And Bleacher Sports Bar and Grill open every day with breakfasts on the weekends from 8 to 11. Keep that in mind. And weekdays, happy hour from 5 to 7. And I'm sure, I was talking to Jason, well, I golfed with Jason and James, the owners of Bleachers, on the chamber golf outing on Monday. And I said, I was talking on the air that you're going to have some Olympic specials. And he goes, well, I wasn't going to, but now I guess I have to. So I talked him into that. You're welcome if you're getting there and watching some Olympic games, and you can get in on some specials. But it's Bleachers, South Broadway and Albert Lee. And you can call 507-473-2028 to inquire about food or anything else down there. And we got that one? Okay. Back with more on Power 96 Sports.
Are you considering remodeling or maybe building new? If so, you need to talk to Tate, or you could just ask Josh. They're both professionals, and you can find them at the Geneva Lumberyard just off I-35 in Geneva. The Geneva Lumberyard is your full-service lumberyard and home design and drafting center. For your next project, stop in or call the Geneva Lumber Company at 256-0045 and talk to Tate or just ask Josh. That's the Geneva Lumber Company, open Monday through Friday to serve you.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
Third inning in a row, Miles Hettinger leads off. He's the 3-hitter in the lineup, but been leading off here lately. And tonight he will face Jack Challenger today. Hettinger with a he reached on an error and scored in the first. Then he popped out to center, and then walked. As he leads off the 6th for Stewartville, and the first pitch to him is ball 1. Albert Lee down to 6 outs to try and make up 9 runs. It's getting the odds are getting longer and longer against them. As that's a 2-0 count now to Hettinger. Right-handed hitting first baseman rips that one into right, and that's going to drop in for a base hit and roll into the corner. Picked up there by Kiters, and he throws it in, and it's a stand-up double. Leading off the 6th for Miles Hettinger. That'll bring up Colton Parker with a runner at second and nobody out. Already up 10-1. Parker with the pop out to first, reached on an error in the 3rd and scored, and then struck out in the 4th. Right-handed hitting third baseman swings at the first offering and fouls it out of play first base side. Strike 1. Jellinger still on the hill. He relieved Carter Miller early on. After they fell behind 8-0, Jellinger came in. Gave a couple in the 5th. Started, actually, in that 5th inning, last inning, he got the first 2 batters out and then hit a batter and gave up an inside-the-park home run, a 2-run shot. And then another double before striking out Pickett to end the inning. So he was doing his job in relief. Ran into that little trouble there in the 5th. And now this one is lifted to right, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And late breaking, but holding on there was Hedinger, and he saw it drop, and he took off from second to third. So it's runners at the corners. 12 hits now for Stewartville as they are unloading on Albert Lee here. Chase Newbauer hit into a double play his last time up, but he had a single in the 3rd, and then he had an RBI single in the 1st. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. That was a 1-6-3 double play that he hit into right back to the pitcher. Jellinger wheeled and fired, and they completed the double play second to first. Throw to first, but back in safely. It's Parker. Jellinger, first pitch is a strike called to Newbauer. As Reg says, you got Newbauer and Regbauer. And that one is back to Jellinger again. He looks at second, but then throws it to first to get the out on the batter, Newbauer. That's one down. Holds the runner at third, and on to second is Parker. So second and third with one down.
Now batting number 8, Alex Train.
And Alex Train comes up with an RBI single in the 1st, an RBI single in the 3rd, and a strikeout. That one is wide, and the wild pitch is going to score a run. Nope, did not come in. Got by Yokel and bounced off the back wall, and obviously was quick enough so that Hedinger didn't feel he had a chance to get there. Of course, Jellinger was covering the plate quite quickly, too. So they stay at second and third, one out, and it's a ball, one count to Train. And he swings and fouls another one, so it's 1-1. One out. Train, 2 RBIs and a run scored. It's 2 for 3. 6-hitter in the lineup for Stewartville. Post 164 Generals. Well, they got kicked by Rochester A's 11-0 in their opening game, but they have been on fire here against Albert Lee, scoring from the get-go. 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, 5 in the 3rd, and 2 just last inning in the 5th to take a 10-1 lead. Swing and a miss there for Train, and it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. And runners at second and third. Jellinger pitches. That one's popped up. Is it Yokel or Jellinger? Jellinger finally calls for it, and he makes the catch. 2 down. On a pop to the pitcher, and that'll bring up Jack Patton, the pitcher.
Number 3, Jack Patton.
And he's 1 for 3. He's got a pop out to third, an RBI single in the 3rd, and then a line out to shortstop last inning. Second and third, 2 down. Already up 10-1. They can put the pressure on for a 10-run rule with a base hit here. They throw down to third, Yokel does, and they need to apply the tag there, so did not get him out as Hedinger was able to step on the bag. The dude's tall. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Patton. That'll make it 0-2. Jack to Jack the other way. We had Jack, Patton to Jellinger, now Jellinger to Patton, and it's 1-2. Here's Jellinger's offering, and it's inside, and 2-2. He evens it up. 2 down here in the 6th for Stewartville, top of the 6th. As Jellinger delivers, and that's too far outside, and it'll be a full count. 3-2. Jack with 3 strikeouts from the hill. 1 walk, he hit a batter. And here's his 3-2. to Patton. He walks him. That'll load him up for Walker Bishop. Bishop with the pop out to first, an RBI single in the third, and hit by a pitch and scored later in the fifth.
For Stewartville, number 11,
So
Walker
there's
Bishop.
Hettinger at third, Parker at second, Patton at first, and here comes Walker Bishop, the 8-hitter. And the 9-run lead. Here's the pitch. On the ground, shortstop Miller to ball, and the third out there. They leave the bases loaded, but
For Stewartville, no
they're still up by
run,
9,
2
so it doesn't hurt so bad.
No
You leave the
overly
bases
carries,
loaded,
no
and you're up
on
10-1. But the
It's 10-1, Stewartville,
bottom of the
5
sixth
and a half.
coming up now. We are through 5.5, and it's 10-1. Stewartville on the AgriGuardian scoreboard. If your crops are stressed, Farmers AgriGuardian products can give them the shot in the arm they need to reach their full potential. Call Casey for more information at AgriGuardian, 507-373-1559. He knows what he's talking about. He's a farmer locally. He's used these products on his own fields, and he says his yields are up. Yours can be too. Go to agriguardian.com and find out more.
It's been a hot, dry summer in southern Minnesota. If you could use a little refreshment, stop by the Seed House Garden Center, where July is all about Thirsty Thursdays. Stop by each Thursday and find a solo cup hidden in the store to win a mini soda. Mini soda winners get entered to win great prizes from local businesses. Check out our Facebook or Instagram for more information. Albert Lee Seed House Garden Center, located on West Main and Albert Lee. Dirty hands, dirty knees, cleansed soul.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
6 outs left for Albert Lee as they trail 10-1 here, going to the bottom of the sixth. They're going to be bringing Ben Kiders, Brennan Bakken, and looks like Mike Olson, who pinch hit for Dakota Yankee last time around, due up here in the sixth, and they need runs in a hurry. Otherwise, they're done. Double elimination tournament. They lost to Austin 8-1 on Monday. Stewartville lost 11-0 to the Rochester A's. The A's subsequently lost to Austin 13-6. Austin now in the championship round has the Rochester Redhawks. That'll be tomorrow at 1, and the winner will be in the championship of this tournament, as it is strike one to Kiders. So now Albert Lee has to come back and win this one to get a game at 7 o'clock tonight against Owatonna. Otherwise, their season is done. And this one is lifted, foul, first base side. Trevor giving it a run over there. He makes the catch right near the fence. Nicely played, Trevor Ball, or not Trevor Ball. It'd be Miles Hettinger. Sorry, got my teams mixed up there. Hettinger making the catch on Kiders, 1 up, 1 down. Brennan Bakken with 1 down, nobody on. He flew out to center and he popped out to the shortstop. 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. He rolls one towards third. And he's safe at first. Looks like it was touched by the third baseman before it went foul. And so an infield hit. Oh, no, was it a foul? He held his hands up like this. Usually they go like this when it's foul. It's almost like, I don't know, from the umpire. But they do call it a foul, so strike to Brennan. Patton delivers. That one is hit to the shortstop. They got a bad hop at the end, but able to get it to first baseman Hettinger for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. And now down to their last 4 outs with
number 8,
Jacob Skinnis coming up.
Skinnis.
Pinch hitting now for Olson, who pinch hit for Yankee. And Olson had a sacrifice bunt in his at-bat. Here comes Skinnis with the first pitch to him out of the zone for a ball, 1-0. New ball is asked for by Jack Patton. So, yeah, Austin and the Rochester Redhawks looking good in the championship bracket as they will square off again tomorrow at 1. It's a long road back in the consolation bracket. And Albert Lee has really put themselves behind the 8 ball with a 10-1 deficit here, having one loss in this double elimination tournament. Lose and go home here. Skinnis steps in, right-handed batter. It's a 2-1 count. And that one misses. 3-1. 3-1, and Power 96 is 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota. There's a swing and a miss from Jacob. Makes it 3-2. This 3-2 pitch is grounded to short, and they get the out for a 1-2-3-6.
3 up, 3 down for Albert Lee.
And that is going to get them down to the last 3 outs, Albert Lee. And we look to the bleachers scoreboard, 10-1 in favor of Stewartville as we head to the 7th and final inning here. Brought to you by Bleachers Sports Bar and Grill in Albert Lee, open 11 to 11 weekdays, 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday. Great food. Today's special, the BLT with fries for $6.49. Breakfasts on the weekends, 8 to 11 Saturday and Sunday. Like them on Facebook. You'll get up to date on whatever the feature is and whatever they're doing with any kind of specials throughout the Olympic run and all kinds of other sports going on their 14 big screen TVs. South Broadway in Albert Lee, it's Bleachers. And I think we have one more ad here we'll play from one of our great sponsors.
Remember when you used to envy theirs?
Nice boat!
Now, they envy yours.
Hey, nice boat!
When the weekend comes to you, you come down to the dock.
Check out the incredible deals on Hewitt docks, lifts, and accessories. Get the quality Hewitt products you need and want at Mapleton Marine, your boating and Hewitt headquarters. Mapleton Marine on Highway 22 or mapletonmarine.com. Facebook too. What are you waiting for?
Power 96 is looking for camera operators to assist with our live streaming of high school sports. Pay will be on a per-game basis. If you're interested, either call us at 507-373-9600 during regular business hours or email power96@kqprfm.com.
We go to the 7th inning, 10-1 Stewartville. They look to be moving on to face Owatonna at 7 tonight. There's a game at 4 here, too. If you want to just see some great Legion baseball action, stop on by. Plenty of room here at Marcusen Park in Austin with 2 more games coming up. Nothing else to do on a Thursday. This would be a great way to spend it. As we have a 1-1 count now to the leadoff hitter, Ty Horgan. He's the 9 hitter in the lineup for Stewartville. Now 1-2 to Horgan as Jellinger continues on the hill for Albert Lee. This one is rolled to third. Backhanded there by Eggum, and he gets it to first. Trevor Ball, nice play. First out. Eggum with an really nice backhand there down the line. And a long throw across to Trevor Ball to complete that out.
Now batting number 24, Owen Sickink.
1 up, 1 down, and Owen Sinkik coming up. He struck out, walked, a single with an RBI single, and then a double. He has not scored. He's got an RBI. Was caught stealing. Here's the pitch. Strike called, makes it 1-1 with 1 out. Top of 7, Stewartville up 10-1. And the pitch outside. It's going to make it 2-1. Jellinger has worked a majority of this game. I think he came in the third. Yeah, it was the third. It was 8-0 when he came in that third inning, and he's been going ever since. 3-1 now to Sickink. That one is outside for a walk on 5 pitches. That'll be the second walk given up by Jellinger. He's also hit a batter and has 3 strikeouts. Now Brady Pickett, the left-handed hitting left fielder, who had a single and a run scored in the first, sacrifice RBI, fly to the outfield in the second, out short to first in the third, and struck out in the fifth. And the count is 0-1 to him. Runner at first, 1 out, top of the 7th for Stewartville. They have 10 runs on 12 hits and 1 error. And a half check swing there, but it was called a strike by the umpire. So 0-2. And 1 run on 5 hits and 3 errors for Albert Lee. As Jellinger delivers, swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Pickett for the second out of the 7th. Sinkink at first with 2 downs, and Miles Hedinger coming up here. That's the 4th strikeout for Jack Jellinger here today. In relief of Miller. Hedinger with, well, he reached on an error. Whoops, did that hit him? That hit the umpire. Knocked his mask right off. And Hedinger is checking on him. Right to the face there. That mask just flew right off and landed at his feet. He's going to walk out and talk to the other umpire. He's not real solid on his feet right now. As it must have ricocheted off of Hedinger because he's taking his base. Second hit batter for Jellinger. Looks like the ump's going to continue on. See if he falls over while he sweeps the plate. Nope, he's looking good. Colton Parker coming up with runners at first and second, and 2 down here in the 7th.
For Stewartville, number 20, Colton Parker.
Parker on the day has a base hit, a pop out to first, reached on an error and scored and struck out. A little bit of everything. He swings and misses at the first pitch from Jellinger for strike 1. 2 down now with runners at first and second. Albert Lee still has 3 outs left to try and make up these 9 runs. We hope at least it's 9 by the time they get up to bat. There's a strike called. Jellinger up 0-2 on Parker. Runners get their leads. Jack, not really even checking him. He delivers. That is fouled out of play, first base side. That'll make it still 0-2. Jack gets the sign on the way, and a grounder to Miller at short. And he gets it over to Trevor Ball for the 3rd out. And they hold them scoreless here in the 7th. And they've got a long hill to climb in their half of the 7th, as they're down 10-1 here with 3 outs to go. As we check the AgriGuardian scoreboard, 10-1, Stewartville. You can call AgriGuardian or check them out online. They've got great products to increase your yields, farmers. AgriGuardian is science-based. Farm help for you. AgriGuardian.com. Casey stands by with the cell phone at the ready. If you call him at 507-373-1559. Spends a lot of time out on the road checking with farmers and showing them exactly what he's done with his crops locally too. And he swears by the stuff, and he can help you increase your yields too. From AgriGuardian of Albert Lee. Last chance for the Tigers here, and Jay Anderson, who've had a pretty good season. I think they had a winning record overall, close to 500, but I think they're a game or so over 500. And did lose to Austin 8-1 in the first round of this double elimination tournament. So if they lose here, they are done for the season. And some of these guys can turn their attention fully to football. Some of them are seniors, and they'll be done and heading off to college, but Cam Davis, I know, plays football. He did the last few years. Trey Hill as well. They're both juniors. Carter Miller, too. So we will see what happens there with Paul Dunn and the football team. September 3rd is their opener. I think it's it's either Winona or Red Wing. It's on the road, one of those 2 long trips. As the season opener on the 3rd of Friday, September 3rd. We'll have all the home and away football games for you here on Power 96. Audio and video as we partner with the high school and deliver that to you on our website, kqprfm.com, as well as on YouTube and our Facebook page. Here's the pitch to Cam Davis. It is ball 1. Cam tonight has a single and a run scored, the only run for Albert Lee. Flew out to left. He's only been up twice. It's 1-1. Yeah, they're only completing their 3rd time around the order here. Cam Davis, then Trey Hill, and then the top of the order. So it's been a pretty good day on the hill for Jack Patton with 4 strikeouts and a walk, but limiting Albert Lee to 5 scattered hits and just the 1 run. 2-1, and ball skips away. It's 2-2. Cameron Davis. As he steps back in here, and it's a 2-2 pitch. As Patton trying to go complete game here. Or is that a reliever? Oh, it's a reliever. Snuck one in on me. That is Eli Clavetter. Is that what he said? Clavetter? Eli Clavetter taking over here in the 7th for Stewartville, but he walks Cam Davis to lead off the inning. And so a runner on first. Trey Hill's up. He walked and flew out to left. The left fielder, junior, right-handed batter. With a runner on, they throw over. Back safely is Davis. Eli Clavetter, and he has the pitch. He's a right-hander. Strike called. 0-1 now to 9-hitter Hill with Cody Yokel due up next. At the top of the order. Clavetter ready. Checks the runner. Pitches. It's low for a ball. 1-1. A ball and a strike to Trey Hill. With a runner on and nobody out here in the 7th, and he lifts one to left, and it is caught out there. Left fielder Brady Pickett runs under that one for an out on a fly to left. 1 down, and Davis at first with Cody Yokel, top of the order. Had a base hit, popped out to second, and another base hit. 2 for 3. Got stranded at second both times. Throw it over to first. Back in safely is Davis. Stewartville, 2 outs away from moving on in this tournament to play Owatonna at 7 tonight. There's a strike call. And the Tigers need 9 runs here before they get 2 more outs, or their season ends here at Marcusen Park. Here's the pitch. Yokel rips one, but that's caught. A liner to third, and they're going to double off Davis, and that's the game. Double play ends it. 10-1 Stewartville, and they will move on to play Owatonna at 7 tonight. And Albert Lee's season is finished as they turn their attention to football, as we do too. And again, thanks. We should check the Bleacher scoreboard and the 10-1 final. Brought to you by Bleacher Sports Bar and Grill. Open every day. They've got great food, and they have all kinds of fun going on down there with the sports on the TVs. And today's special, the BLT with fries for $6.49. You're not going to beat that deal. Get on down there and check that out for happy hour, too, 5 to 7 as well on the weekdays. And thanks to Bleachers as well as AgriGuardian for sponsoring the scoreboard. And, of course, all our other great sponsors,
Our next game will be between
including
the 2-seed Rochester A's and this 8-seed
Alberty Seed House Garden Center, On the Spot Appliance Service, Thompson Sanitation, Geneva Lumber Company, Mapleton Marine, T&W Towing, Northbridge Mall, Derek's Preferred Auto, Freeborn County Solid Waste, and Becker Auto and RV in Hayward. Thanks one and all, sports boosters and sponsors alike. Thanks to Reg again, and we will catch you again tomorrow on the morning show. And we do have the Power Shopper at 9 o'clock tomorrow as well. So if you want to save some money on some great products, that'll be a good opportunity. Otherwise, you can peruse those yourself at kqprfm.com. I'm Jay Paul. See you later.